Yo, what's up everyone? Edgar here with All One Solar Shine. I got some driving to do and I have an amazing story to tell you guys. It's pretty crazy and just really motivating, humbling, and just honestly just giving thanks and being grateful. Those of you who saw or have been following me the last couple days, I did a video. We were on the rooftop of a factory, right? I don't know when I'll be posting this video, so it was a couple days ago, and we finished that job. The panels were, because of it being a factory, the panels were a lot more dirtier, right? They were just filthy compared to your standard residential household, or maybe even your standard school building, or just commercial building. They were not just caked on with dirt. They had a lot of rust as well, and they had just some other particles that you don't see, right? Like I said, like in a residential community or in some other commercial community as well. So we took a lot longer than expected. It was expected of me. Like I did know we would take longer. I quoted it, with us taking a little longer than normal, but never doing a factory like this, or this specific one, I wasn't aware that it was going to take this long, right? And so we took longer than expected. We ended up doing we ended up needing another day in the goal. So the guys were working hard, we were working hard. We had everything that we needed to get the job done, as far as tools goes, as far as experience and everything. It was just more of just how much cleaning was needed, how many passes were needed to make sure the panels were really spick and span and looking the top notch, right? And being able to deliver the quality that we want to deliver. So long story short, we finished the job. I sent an invoice to the point of contact, and they sent me an email saying, "Hey, Edgar, got your invoice, but just not sure if this is accurate." I said, "What do you mean?" Thinking like we've gone over the estimates, we've done a walkthrough, this and that. And she was saying, we were expecting more just because of just how bad they were, and they were actually expecting the estimate to be, because it was two buildings, so they were actually expecting the estimate to be per building. And I was surprised by their thought, thinking like, dang, like I could have charged double, but I didn't, so I charged the estimate, sent the invoice the way it was. They come back at me saying, please adjust. We did a thorough job, we did a professional job. They liked the work, they liked the quality, they liked the service overall. They enjoyed just, us getting it done, not having to ask all these questions in terms of like, where's this, where's that. We're the company that does. I've had this comment too from another company as well. Like, they just love that we're problem solvers, right? Another side comment was just, he told me, I just love the fact that you guys, aren't on me being the property manager, the facilities manager, asking where the hoses are at, asking where the spigots are at, asking how to turn this on, how to turn that on. As someone who runs this business, I mean, and having employees ask me all those questions, I do not want to throw that at the managers, right, of these commercial properties. I do not want to have to ask them, where's this, where's that, how do I do this, how do I do that. They have their issues, they have their problems, they have their tasks that they need to get done. So as cleaners, as the company that they've hired, we need to make sure that we have everything that we need from at the start of the building, at the start of the project, to get the job done, right? If I absolutely need to contact the manager for whatever reason, I will, for like, let's just say certain access or just something, but other than that, I don't like contacting managers, right? They have their things that they gotta do. So back to the factory, the manager was saying, please adjust. And I was kind of a little confused, and they just said, you know what, you guys did an amazing job and we want to pay you more. And I was also confused, like, man, what do I do? How much do I charge? And I know at the beginning she stated, she thought it was that price for each building, so basically double. But I don't have it in me, right? I don't have it in me to charge them double right off the bat. Like no, like I went in there sending that one price, and that was my expectation, getting that one price back. Now they want to pay me more because of the job that we did, and they want to make sure, you know, we're taken care of, making sure that that, you know, it's profitable for us, even though we took all this extra time. Well, you know, what I did is I basically took the original price, and instead of charging double, I just incremented it, you know, another 50% instead of 100%. So that was pretty, and I let the lady know, like, hey, you know, I appreciate who you are as a person. I appreciate the fact that you take into consideration the value that we're providing, but by, you know, giving you all this extra time and ensuring that we're giving you, you know, high quality results, and that she saw, you know, the hard work, the time, and the effort that we put into this, and just being so considerate of us. So I really appreciate that. And I understand you're not gonna see this everywhere. So for those of you who are watching, you're not gonna see this on every manager. You're not gonna get money out of everybody. There are certain companies out there. I mean, I have another contract right now, huge contract, big time company, millions, billions of dollars, but they're trying to pinch every penny. So you don't see this with everyone, but those that you do see it from, take care of them. This is definitely someone that you know, that I'm gonna be taking care of for as long as we work together. And I wanted to share that experience with all of you who are watching. That way you guys can see, like, just get out there and do your best, do your absolute best. That's all you can really do. That's all people ask for, and they see that. Okay, your best doesn't go unseen. Your best doesn't go unfelt, you know. So if this doesn't hit you in a spot where it should, it's because you're not that type of person. You're not that type of company. Like I've stated in so many videos, I just don't understand how some people can go and deliver a product or a service that just isn't even worth the $500 that they're charging. You know, I don't bash on anyone. I just simply say, you know, make sure you're delivering a solution, right? Not a problem to another problem. Get out there, y'all. Hustle. Get out there. Do your best, and know that, you know, people are watching. People are watching, but in a good way, right? Not in a way to what's the word I'm looking for, to bash on you, or in a way to bicker, right? People are watching, and so people are watching in a good way, and I know that, you know, hard work pays off. So get out there, crush it. As always, it's Edgar with All One Solar Shine. And for those of you who've been watching, thanks for watching. Thanks for the love. Thanks for the support. It's always been motivating for me to see all the comments, to see all the likes. For those of you who have subscribed, thank you. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button. So take care, be safe on the roofs, and peace.